So this dude is a bully, and he's a soldier, and in his own words,
squad leader. And I already had a lot of responsibility. I had a hard time managing myself, but add another, 8, 9 people in there, and it made life tough. I kept grinding away, and I eventually got promoted to E6, and that was platoon sergeant. Now I've got 4 squad leaders, and some platoon sergeant. I'm a platoon sergeant. With a few squad leaders, so that just multiplied everything, and I just lost it. But I never told anybody. Inside I was burnt. I did not know how to serve these people effectively, and I didn't tell anybody. And I let that kind of haunt me for a long time. And then forward to probably August of 1993 is when we got our orders to go to Somalia, and we were a support unit that was attached to, I believe, a unit out of Fort Bragg to provide support for special operations and rangers and so on and so forth. And keeping it brief, because I'm sure that the interview on ABC will be a little bit more in depth. I mean, there's things that you see, smell, hear, and feel in combat that I will never be able to duplicate.
hello.
Hey, Colton, it's Cobra Reynoso with the Heaven Police Department. You called?
Yeah. Dude, this stalker's identified himself clearly now. And I was wrong earlier. It's not it's not the Lou Stefano guy that's had years of experience with me and all this. No. This guy's new. And he's military. And he said he had a mental breakdown. And he said he's crazy. And he said he's on these stellate ganglion block injections, where they inject a local anesthetic into the stellate ganglion, a cluster of nerve cells in the neck that help regulates the body's fight or flight response. And he's all talking about he's on like heavy meds for PTSD. He says he's local. He says he's in Hemet. He lives in SoCal overall. He's heavily armed. He's got a German Shepherd, probably a service dog or something. And the stalker that's harassing me today and scans me out of $250 and has sent me hundreds of requests for money and keeps bothering me like.
Hey, there's a lot of information pouring at you, man.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous.
I'll be honest, man. You sound kind of paranoid. Did you take something? Are you not taking medications? Or you sound a little off today. I'm kind of worried about you.
No, I'm concerned because my stalker is presenting as a more serious threat than
Okay.
Listen to him. Just listen to him.
One of my dreams growing up as a kid was to either drive tanks or jump on airplanes, and I was able to do both, actually. That was just something I was passionate about, was just living out my dreams no matter what. And, once I was in the military for a couple years, I kind of said I could...
What? This dude is describing how he had a mental breakdown in the military.
Yeah. Is he talking to you, or is he like a video on YouTube?
Yes. He's messaging me a whole bunch, including a bunch today. Okay. And he's. Do
you have a way to block this guy so he can't contact you?
Well, I have a way to block him, but he said he's gonna come to my house and stuff. He said, "Hey, quote, I'm in Hemet. Want to hang out?" And this was 36 hours ago.
That's not a threat, though. But
no, but there are other ones. I've got a bunch.
Realistically, you live in a gated community. He wouldn't even be able to get into the gate.
Trust me, that's something I appreciate about the place. Okay. Here's another one. He says, "Say one more thing about my mom and I'll track you down and beat your ass." And I respond, "Your mother has a stinky pussy." So, I wish I knew the dude was ex-military. Like, dude, he's a bully that scammed me out of a bunch of money and is fucking threatening me and shit. The dude is a little more serious than I did not know that he was a combat veteran with PTSD that had to be medicated to check his rage at that point. I just learned that 20 minutes ago. Like this.
You gotta be careful what you say to people,
Well, he shouldn't be fucking scamming disabled people out of their disability money. The dude fucking took advantage of me. Just a few down. The next message, the response to that is, "I have your address, dickhead." And then, "You'll always be a sucker, bro." Like, this dude's been harassing me for a very long time, and...
it sounds like you guys are harassing each other.
No. I'm responding to him. He's sending me emails bragging about how he scammed me and I fuck off. I respond, "Fuck your mother." Like that's just we all know what that is. I'm retaliating.
Nice at all.
Yeah, but this dude, he's got the.
All right, Mr. Wood.
He's on my YouTube channel with an account, and I went to investigate that account, and there's dozens of videos of him, so I know more about him now, and this dude's a problem.
All right. Well, if he makes any attempt to go contact you, I'm not talking about messaging each other on Facebook.
He said he's in my neighborhood and coming. Like, what? The next phase is this heavily armed dude is going to show up. Like, there's no...
And we will take him to jail at that point, because he's made good on his showing intention to carry out a threat, right? Right now, he's just on the internet behind a keyboard, which people do all day.
But apparently he lives in Southern California, and his money account is SoCal Maverick. Like, and he's got personal stories about going into the Long Beach VA here, so he's not, like, out of range or anything. It does look like he's local.
Yeah. Like I said, Colton, until he acts and shows any intention to carry out, a lot of this stuff is an unrealistic threat. It's not a criminal.
A combat veteran that is bragging about his mental health problems?
Yes, that's not a threat.
No, he said he said a whole bunch of stuff to me.
Well, listen, I would like to help you, man, but I'm telling you exactly. I'm trying to help you, okay?
You sure you don't want to look at him and listen to him describe his own mental health issues?
I'm
like,
positive I don't want to do that.
He's convinced me he's dangerous.
All right, Colton. Then stop talking to him, please.
Hey, he's harassing me on my project, and he uses multiple accounts. It's obvious it's still the same guy, but...
Don't provoke him. That's not helping.
Yeah, all right, maybe it's disrespectful of me to respond like that to someone, but the dude just scammed me out of my disability money. He's been harassing me for a long time, and his group... Maybe he's not my long-term stalker, but his group are violent bigots that say they want to kill faggots like me. Like, these are not pleasant people. They're all MAGA. They're all white supremacists. They're...
All right, Colton. I gotta let you go, okay? Patrolling the neighborhood, but please don't provoke him, okay?
Well, yeah. Now I'll be less likely to say "fuck your mother" now that I know he's a cuckoo with a gun, but...
Yes, I would definitely not do that. I'll be patrolling the neighborhood. You know what kind of car you'd be driving?
Oh, shit, dude. There's 20 videos here. I probably could get that information, but I've only watched 2 or 3. Not right now, but there's a...
I'll tell you what. I'll talk to the security up front, and if this guy shows up without a visitor pass, then we'll go over there.
Okay,
right?
Yeah, he wears glasses, heavy tan, goatee, crew cut. He's straight crew cut.
All right, Colton. Yeah, you be safe, all right? We'll be
all right.
Take care now.
Hopefully. Okay, so... A day in the life of PTSD.
Good morning, loved ones.
Actually, these are 3 for a vehicle. It may not. Hold up. Did he message again?
With you
Yep, that's him.
On my daily walks with my service animal, Maverick. Maverick. He's down there. There's Maverick.
Maverick? I was thinking Maddie the service dog jumped to my mind, but that's Maddie, M-A-D-D-I-E. That was a horrible long-term stalker.
Between 3 to maybe 6 miles a day, depending on usually what day of the week it is, or if we're working on something specific with his
Oh, get this. He has a service dog. My primary thing, what I got famous for, my original YouTube, my description of my project was service dog rights. My whole life revolves around service dog rights. That's what got me famous on YouTube, trying to show a lawyer video of the police messing up over service dogs. That's what blew up and went viral and started making me money. That's what led to me publishing other stuff and becoming a vlogger, and all the personal stuff and all Facebook and those friends and Twitter, everything social media came from that. I didn't have any of this business stuff, anything before I went viral, because I was trying to show a lawyer stuff over service dogs, and I've dedicated myself to promoting rights for people with service dogs. And this motherfucker is going to bully me. He's got a service dog. And he's military with PTSD. One of the tropes that I've said for a long time about service dog rights and stuff is, hey, if it helps keep the veterans who have combat training and weapons calm, isn't that a good thing? Like, I stand up for the rights of his kind, and I've gone to the mat, and I've had successes. Like Palos Verdes, the 7-Eleven at 5 Points. Okay? They fucked with the Indian dude, of course. They have a religious thing with dogs. They fucked with me. They threw me out. They called the cops. They absolutely floored me. And I stood my ground real hard and let the cops come and everything because I thought I was going to win because there's a Subway in the same plaza, in the same corner, in a little strip mall. Same strip mall. There's a Subway restaurant. I called the cops at that Subway restaurant for fucking with me. I used to work in the area, that corner, 5 Points. And the cops sided with me and told them to shut the fuck up, and they left me alone from then on. And I'm like, hey, it's right next door. I'm going to get the same results, right? No, wrong. They fucking nailed me and threw me out. Fast forward like 3 or 4 years, that I had a chance with another service dog team to go shoot some tests at places. And we went to test and see if they discriminate. And when we went in that time, the manager promptly said the exact verbatim language of the Americans with Disabilities Act and said he would respect the rights as required by law. He had training for whatever I caused the conflagration, and I'm pretty sure it was me that caused him to be trained. He's read the fucking manual. He quoted it verbatim and he emphasized it like he did his homework, okay? That's a store that would have attacked. This dude has PTSD, right? Harassing people with PTSD makes their life worse and can cause them to freak out and do stuff. So, if he'd have walked into this random 7-Eleven, he would have been bullied. And it might have caused him problems. He might have acted out because of those problems and ended up fucked off. But thanks to me, now the owner is respectful and polite, and he clearly knows the law. And specifically about the 2 questions you can ask: is a service dog, what is a functional dog? So if he went in there and the dude asked him about his dog, and he said, "Yeah, his dog's for PTSD," I guarantee you that employee would be like, "Oh, no, not employee, the manager, the head guy, yes, sir." There are no question that he would be, if he heard this is a service dog for PTSD, he would be like, "Yes, sir, thank you. How can I serve you?" No. He read his book. He's not going to bother someone with a PTSD service dog. And no one should. I'm not encouraging people to violate this dude's rights, but it's ironic that my life revolves around, and I have stalkers because of my campaign for service dog rights, and he has a service dog. Now, he's probably one of those fuckers that's like, well, service dogs are people in the military, not for civilians. No, they're for people that have issues. You have issues. You've got mental health problems, likely caused by the military. Or maybe they have them when they go in, and they're the ones that make everything crazy because the dude is an evil bully, so who knows. Well, for whatever, you have mental problems, and you were in the military, and that causes additional stress and shit for PTSD. You have every right to have a service dog, but so do the rest of us that have our own problems, and it ain't none of your business. So it's the ultimate irony. He benefits from my life's work, yet he antagonizes and hates on me, and he hasn't really ever said anything but I'm a retard. Like, he's not he hasn't said shit about being a faggot, although he's part of my stalker group and they say that shit. So he hasn't said shit about me being homeless. He hasn't said shit about me being disabled, I don't think. It's all the retard. Okay, so yeah, I got PTSD too. I had an abusive military father too. I've been through shit myself, and I'm retarded. I got fucking autism. I'm fucking retarded. But, and who knows, the dude might too. Like, he was talking about having breakdowns in the war, or in the military. And he said Somalia was where they went. I've heard bad things about Somalia. So he said he cracked under pressure in Somalia. He's got a big German Shepherd, obviously armed, and he says he's in my hometown, and he has my address. Like, what level of threat? There can be nothing you can add to this. Like, the only thing he could add to this to make it a more clear threat is taking a picture of himself with guns and looking down his sight line, like over his shoulder, and he's pointing it at my neighborhood. The cop just brought that up. You said you live in a gated neighborhood. Yeah, don't you think I don't know? I like that. That's one of the big selling points for me. I don't fucking want visitor. I don't have any visitor. The only fucking person I want to see driving up for me is the Domino's guy. Oh fuck, I want Domino's. Dude has my attention. Okay, you have combat training, weapons, an attack dog, and hatred for me. Okay, and I don't know why this dude hates me. He, like I was just saying, he hasn't spelled out faggot. He hasn't spelled out anything specific except retarded. And surely it's not just because I'm retarded. Surely, since he's got mental health issues, it's not. Or maybe it's the, oh, I'm weak and I caved and I got PTSD, but the suffering I did wasn't as bad as his, so that makes me weak. Well, son, you don't know. People say that LA County jail's as bad as fucking like Vietnam, and I've been in there. Among many other, lots of shit going on, man. But daddy fucked me just straight to the, I had a violent upbringing. And he was definitely military, non-era. And older, he was born 1942, like he's my adopted father too. And that's why he's so old. They had 12 dead babies before they bought me. His bitch couldn't, the violence in the house, he couldn't get one through. So he just bought a nice big fat baby, and it turned out I'm a giant. I was a big baby, so they were guessing I'd be a big dude, and they were right. Well, the cops say they won't even look. I tried to play, you see, I tried to get them to come out here and look at the video, so like, hey, listen to this dude describe himself as a mentally ill veteran. Look at the messages. See, the cop was trying to say I'm crazy too. He started talking shit about paranoia and stuff. I'm like, no. While I'm on the phone with you, I'm getting messages from this dude. I'm not imagining this. There he is. Everyone, help yourself. Go look yourself. I'm not obsessing over someone and sending them a bunch of messages. And also, he's a fucking meanie that scammed a disabled person out of his money. You know how cruel you gotta be to scam someone out of their disability money? That's just disrespectful right there. And the service dog thing is a twist. And it's also very likely why he's hating on me. Like, he's like, you don't deserve a service dog. You weren't in the military. They don't have anything to do with each other. The service dog is for the disability. His disability, mental health issues are from the military. Maybe, like, he could have had other mental health issues too. Who knows? Not that that's relevant. He has issues. He has a service dog for it. And he has every right to that. And his dog is a big dog, a German Shepherd, which is fine. You're allowed to have any breed for a service dog. But combat veteran, and it said 2X somewhere. Where is that on this video? No, I think that means 2 tours. And he said he was an officer and got promoted E6 was what he said. I have to look up exactly what that is, but he said something about sergeant at one point, so not a grunt. If I sent you messages and said I was going to show up at your house and have your address, I'd be in jail. But I'm just right now thinking about telling the cops that he's definitely a veteran. He's a 2-tour combat veteran. That's not going to help me. The cops aren't more likely to help me because the dude's military. Thin blue line, motherfucker. Like, I just realized that. I was evaluating it until this moment exactly by how dangerous is the dude? Oh, probably dangerous. Yeah. Oh, yeah, with a big dog too, a German Shepherd. Oh, a combat veteran with a big German Shepherd and a bad attitude. That's a legitimate threat. But the cops ain't gonna do shit about a combat veteran harassing me. Yeah, so cops are worthless. They don't help when it's my turn. Like, that's who's cray-cray. And the obsessive nature, I showed you, remember the list of one comment chain was 77 long. And the whole time I'm just like, fuck your mother. Like, why are you got $250 out of me and you bully me? Like, what are you doing? What? I asked the public for help and you come in and you mock that and make it harder for me and confuse and distract me. I'm you're part of the military. You're part of the government. The government took me from my mother at birth. The government mutilated my dick. The government sold me into slavery. I am been screwed over by the government, and I need help for something basic. Like, dude, we're talking, I don't have family, and I need a co-signer for a place to live, because it's just not doable. I don't know, man. Um, 24 subscribers. Can you see the list of which people subscribe to him? That would be interesting. I need, let's see if he's talking. Oh, QAnon. He could be one of the people saying I'm a child-eating pedophile. It's an old account, 2015. He could be QAnon. That would explain the hatred and the willingness to take advantage of me. But that's not good. Yes, you can see who he's subscribed to. Fox, cage fighting, California courts, Texas law encounters. Joe Blue, Fox again. Minnesota Ped Patrol. Pedophile Patrol. Minnesota Pedophile Patrol. He's a QAnon nutter, and he's heard all the shit from my stalkers saying I'm a child molester. That explains it. Okay, now we have a reason. He's a QAnon motherfucker. And my stalkers have constantly said, one of the main things they say is that I changed my identity and I'm really Richard Crown Meganslaw pedophile. Richard Crown Meganslaw pedophile is the founder of the Troll Brigade Mafia, my primary stalker. I'm not him. I'm not a pedophile. I have never raped anybody or been charged with any such thing. But my stalker, Lou's buddy, there are a lot of them that are in that group. But it's the QAnon thing. So now we have to evaluate this again. The dude knows where I live, says he's close, says he's mentally ill, he's ex-military and got a big old German Shepherd. This dude's a real threat. It's a QAnon troll. That's the answer. That's why he's bothering me. That's why he's willing to scam me out of my disability money.